Sooner Nation, what's going on tonight? Welcome back to Double Trouble Live. And back at you tonight with some portal news. We've got a commitment that happened. First of all, thanks for joining us as always. Appreciate you guys being on here. What's up, everybody? Lori, Mark, Coconut, Greg, Jay. See you all in the house. Dropping the comments already. Before we get to some comments, let's just start real quick. Big commitment today for the Sooners out of the portal. They get Dezjhon Malone from San Diego State. Kind of beefs up that cornerback room a little bit. Guy's a big player, 6'2", I think 6'2", 200. So that's really good for the Sooners. I like it too, Sooner fan, really do. I think I saw a stat where he gave up like one touchdown on 402 attempts or something. Really good player. I know he's coming from a smaller school, but he's a good player.
He's the starter on the opposite side, Gentry Williams, Jay?
Right now, if you'd ask me, I say yes, because I think they brought in a portal. And I say that because of his experience, but he's going to be competed against with some guys like Jacoby Johnson, Josiah Wagner. But I think right now, with all the football he's played, I could see him coming in kind of like the guy last year out of, was it CJ Colden?
Yeah.
Colden came in and provided a real good spark for OU. I could kind of see him being along the same lines.
Jay, what about the tight end from Notre Dame?
The Notre Dame tight end, in my opinion, is a must-get now. You didn't get Conyers. There was some issues there, I think, and who knows what happened with that situation. You didn't get him. So, but this guy is going to visit OU. You're down to 3 teams, I think that he's visiting: Tennessee, Washington, and Oklahoma. It's a guy, in my opinion, you have to land. Seth Rochell's been out on record saying he wants to throw the tight end more. I've heard it. You got to get a tight end out of the portal.
Oh, this is the guy you got to get. Yeah, Conyers not there. I'm not sure how much OU really wanted him anyway. But the guy from Notre Dame, the guy from Notre Dame would be, I think, a legitimate guy with Devon Mitchell. Those 2 guys, and then you got Helms. So I think those 3 guys, and we'll see if McIntyre stays at the tight end room or if he maybe explores other options within the team as far as other positions. I do think Malone, Jay, has a great chance at being starting DB.
Yeah, and I saw somebody put on here stiff competition with Tennessee and Washington. It is, but no, but also the Conyers thing, was it Sooner fan says it? Yeah. Somebody else said something about Conyers. They wanted why if you don't want him, why were they even entertaining the idea?
Yeah, they obviously entertained.
I don't understand. Don't want him, don't go after him.
Okay, let's address a couple of things. There was a kicker. Was it from Hawaii, right?
Hawaii kicker. He's got a lot of followers. He's followed a lot of people from OU. There's a chance they're going to land that guy out of Hawaii. You got a good kicker coming in too, but I would keep my eye on that one. That could be a guy that may commit soon. I wasn't sure if the visit was today or what. What's that?
Lori's acting like Ollie's in the portal. Is he officially?
Not heard that, no. Jackson says a TU kicker. I did see the TU kicker was on. Yeah, you're lagging a little bit.
We're talking about the Hawaii kicker.
Yeah, the TU kicker did show up on campus as well. TU kicker did too. You're right, Jackson. Yeah, Germ's connection bad. I don't know what's going on. Maybe flip off the Hallmark movie and then we can hear your connection a little bit better. I'm not sure if that's what's going on, but I would definitely flip off the Hallmark movie and maybe your audio will be better if they're in the background, Jeremy. Is OU offering a running back Duke? Hunter, you may want to answer that. Are we both glitching or is Jeremy glitching? I thought it was just Jeremy. Infidel's asking.
Am I better?
You're better now. Did you turn the Hallmark movie off?
No, I didn't. I got the Dallas game on, but I'm not in the room with the Dallas game. So I know Philly cut it 24-13 last. I had seen it. So,
but listen, I know they need a portal kicker would be fine, I think, but I do think Liam Evans is really good. The guy coming in from Moore.
I do too.
But if they want to get a kicker to kind of share that up, I have no problem.
Shore that up or share that up?
Shore that up is what I said. Why?
What? I don't know.
Share that up?
I said shore. I thought you said share.
No, I said
Am I still lagging, viewers?
No, you're not. You're not
Okay.
lagging anymore. Hey, nothing from McClellan today, Jeremy. He was going to commit today. Is kind of what you said earlier or yesterday.
I thought he would commit today, and the longer this goes, the worse off for OU fans.
Why is that?
I think the longer the recruitment goes, I thought he would be a no-brainer at OU, Jay.
Well, there's still time. I mean, it's not like it hasn't happened. It's not going to happen.
I understand. I just thought it'd be very immediate. That's just personal thing. I mean, goes back home. Let's talk. Trey Millard, J.D. Runnels, Jeremiah Hall. I mean, we go on and on. I don't know who that guy is. Now, Jay, I don't think landing Malone has any effect on the guy from Clemson, the safety from Clemson.
No, Makubu. I think if they still want Makubu, they can still get Makubu. I don't think you're going to. I mean, like we talked about the other night, get as many guys as you can out of the portal. The interesting one today for me was Deion Burks saying he's going to visit OU in Texas.
I agree, Jay.
I mean, where's that? Where's he going? I mean, the dude's a stud. Deion Burks is a stud, but where's he going to fit in?
He's a speedster. He's just
leading?
like Brennan.
Who's
like
leading?
Brennan Thompson and Petaway.
He's really good, Jeremy.
He's more proven for sure. I'm talking about speed
really
wise,
good.
Jay.
And I was surprised. Hey, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, there's no way OU lands him." I don't know why you'd say not with Emmett Jones. Emmett Jones lands a lot of dudes.
He's going to have a face-to-face meeting with Emmett Jones and be sold out on it.
That's what I'm saying.
But hey, Hester. That means Hester has to be entering the portal.
Or you got LB Bunkley Shelton.
Or Bunkley Shelton. Or maybe Farouk isn't for sure coming back. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting the fact that he's visiting. So I don't know about that one. That was kind of a name that I was like, wow, okay.
Hey, he's not leaving Michigan. They're going to pay him so much for cheating. It's unbelievable.
Who's that?
Andrew, OSU Bedlam champs forever. What are you talking about?
He's saying they won the last Bedlam game.
Oh, yeah, they are in that way. It won't be the last one. There's a chance they could play again.
In a playoff.
Right.
Okay. But for now, they got hey, OSU fans have that and they can hold that over you right now.
Agree, Jay.
Okay, so don't get upset about it that OU laid their own grave there. I mean,
Emmett has proven he can land big fish. Hester's not going to stay around. How? Unless he just loves getting paid a little bit to not play. But
yeah, and Andrew's going to have a lot of people in here talking about the record against OU. I get it, but OU
they
fans
sure didn't know what to do when they got to a championship game. I promise you.
No, I mean that's for sure. Jeremy, did you watch any NFL football today?
A little bit.
What about the Chiefs thing? I got to get your thoughts on it.
I didn't get to see it live.
I'll tell you my thoughts.
I just saw Mahomes throwing his helmet and throwing an absolute fit.
I'll tell you my thoughts. That the fact that Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are whining about this is ridiculous. Okay, the dude was way off sides. It wasn't even close, and they want to say, well, he was way off sides, and they're whining about it, saying that's never called. Well, I just watched Sunday Night Football, and they said it's been called 11 times this year. 2 times in the past 2 years they haven't called it. This year they're calling it. The dude was way off sides. Stop whining about it. How about the Chiefs aren't very good right now? The Chiefs.
How about they should get some receivers who can catch the ball. It was offensive. It's clearly offsides. It's stupid.
But why
are we talking about it? It's a moot point, Jay.
RG3's whining about it on Twitter. RG3 is ridiculous sometimes.
A lot of the talking heads. I guess that's what we are, though, Jay. We're talking heads too. So.
Yeah, people say we're talking heads. We yell too much and we don't talk. I don't know. Whatever.
Or if we don't get paid like RG3 at all. So
RG3 can say whatever he wants. What about Jeff Lebby today getting a commit for Michael Van Buren?
Yeah.
That's a good get for Lebby.
That's a great get for Lebby.
Yeah. I was surprised he got him, to be honest.
Jay, so I do have to ask you about the Malone kid because you've brought up in the last few days that OU is done getting guys from these mid-major, non-Power 5 programs. And then here's the guy you get on here and you're all excited.
I didn't say I was done. I didn't say they were done. I said I was done. I didn't say they were
you
done.
said you were done with it.
Okay. Would I rather them get somebody from like Florida? Yeah.
Hey,
I would.
Hush the word with Princey. He ain't going to be talking at all.
Who, Princely?
Yeah, Princely.
Who knows?
Jay, we both said that we thought McClellan was going to be the first one here, big get. And I don't know what the holdup is. Has he visited?
Well, we'll find out, I think, more early part of this week. But do you think I think the Malone guy is going to be a good guy, good get. But do I think he's the next game changer on defense? I can't come out and say that.
Oh, I don't know if he is either, Jay. But
I think he's a good get. He can start. I do.
I think he'd be a great get.
Hey,
I think he'd be a great get.
Sometimes some of those guys in those leagues that play better competition, they can own up to it and step in and be a great player. And I don't know about him. He might be. I just don't know.
Hey, yes. I agree, Sooner fan. Why would he not want to? Why wouldn't he want to go to OU? You got Todd Bates, who supposedly is the best defensive line coach there is. You got all these dudes coming in that you can kind of mentor and play around. To no brainer, and you're back home. So,
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Gonna have to play 5 wide just to get all. Yeah, something's gonna have to happen at the wide receiver room. Especially if they get a guy to the portal. If they were to land Burks and he decide he wants to go to OU, or Jared Bradley, something's gonna have to happen. You can't sit there with that many dudes and people not playing.
Yeah, Jay, kicker just kicked a 58-yarder. He made a 60-yarder before. They hasn't missed all year. How about you go get the soccer guys?
He's a stud. Aubrey's a stud.
Go get a soccer guy, OU.
Well, there's kickers out there. You don't have to get a
Aubrey's a soccer guy.
He kicked in college.
First round pick.
He kicked in college.
Professional soccer, too.
He kicked in college.
Don't care. He's a soccer guy.
But he's a kicker, too.
Yep, because he's a soccer guy. First round pick in MLS, bro.
First round pick in MLS, and he's playing NFL football. Where else did he play in college? Where did he play in college, Hunter? I don't care where he was drafted. Where he was picked in.
James, I would like to say that we're going to rotate 7 guys in. I just don't know until I see it.
That doesn't happen anymore in transfer portal era. You're not going to have guys just sit around.
He did not play football in college, Jay.
Really?
Played soccer.
Well, that shows you what I know.
Funky Cold Medina. Funky Cold Medina, that, Jay.
Okay, you didn't know either?
Well, I knew he was a soccer guy.
Wow, that's impressive, dude. I'm shocked. I didn't know that.
Hasn't missed all year.
Oh, he's a stud.
Absolute stud.
Who's the guy that's going out and seeing him play and saying, this is the kicker? That's a great – whoever did that went and got him. Great draft pick, whatever that was, man.
Jay, we also thought OU would maybe lose a guy to the portal today, and they haven't.
They haven't lost anybody yet.
They
haven't. You got to land a tight end. You got to land a tight end soon. That room is
When is the Notre Dame guy visiting?
What?
When is he visiting?
Hunter, maybe you can tell a day. I haven't seen a day. I just said OU's getting the last visit. I do know that. It's going Tennessee, Washington. I think On3 reported it, Hunter. You can probably look at it. Tennessee, Washington, Oklahoma.
December 15th, Jackson says.
This Friday. So there you go.
I would like to think that Dezjhon maybe could and Latrell could talk, say, hey, we're changing this. We're going to be using the tight end. You got Jackson freaking Arnold throwing you the ball. Come on. Washington's going to have a new quarterback.
Any update on that safety from Clemson? Nothing yet. I know he was planning on visiting Oklahoma. I haven't heard that it's happened yet, but I think he's still going to visit, even with Bowman coming back. He's going to visit Makubu. Fred, what do you got?
Too good of relationships.
Yeah, agreed.
Guys, this is basically Clemson Midwest. I mean,
yeah. We need a tight end, though. Sean's right. We need a tight end bad.
You can't bank on everything on a 17-year-old Devon Mitchell. You got to have someone else.
Yeah, Lloyd. They are going after the running back from Arkansas. To me right now they're looking at 2 running backs. I think the running back from Arkansas and the running back from South Carolina. Those are the 2 I think they're looking at.
Now, yeah, I would love some Luke Haas from Arkansas. Hey, first off, hey Charles, we've actually been the last 3 nights. I think we've been so chill. We haven't argued near as much. Woody Washington can't stay.
Yeah, he can. He can come back.
I thought he was out of eligibility, Jay.
He can come back.
Go back. He can. Go back to the comment. Someone earlier asked if we're going to lose guys after the bowl game. Absolutely. Absolutely, we're going to lose guys after the bowl game.
Well, why hasn't, like Woody Washington, why do you think he hasn't just said, I'm going to the NFL? And to me, let me ask the viewers this on here because I'd love your thoughts on this. I used to could not stand opting out of bowl games. Could not stand it at all. But if you're going to NFL, what does this game do for you at all to play in it? And risk injury? What does it do, Jeremy? Anything?
I mean, for some of the guys, and I would say this about Woody Washington, I don't know his situation.
Hunter, that is bogus right there.
No one's watching the Alamo Bowl.
You're not going to improve your draft stock in one game against Arizona.
I will say they have a great receiver that he can maybe lock down. But let me talk about this, Jay, for a second. And a guy in Woody Washington's case, he has been proven to be he's been a vocal leader. I think he would be one that might want to finish it out.
Who?
Woody Washington.
I understand that. And if he wants to, kudos to him. But what does that do for you, really?
Other than finishes out for him personally.
Closure. Is it worth the risk is what I'm asking. As a guy going to the NFL draft, is it worth the risk in a game in the Alamo Bowl?
It's not meaningless, Hunter, for anyone coming back next year. It's absolutely very beneficial for next year.
Hey, somebody put on there about the UT Martin running back. That's correct. I forgot to mention his name. I think it was Jet that put that in there. They are after him, too. And if you watch any film on him, I know it's from a smaller school. That dude's legit.
Yeah, Chief T-Bird. It's all I've seen and noticed is the recruits are out there, kind of creating some of that. I have not heard anything from staff or anyone as far as anything that I've seen that. Now, I know Jay thinks the McKinley noise is more than just a noise, I think. But
hey,
do you, Jay?
I what? You cut out for a second. Do I what?
Do you think the McKinley stuff is more than just recruits going after him?
No, I think there's legitimate stuff there. I think they could land McKinley. That's the guy. I think if you want anybody to flip, that could be the one.
We had one, Mark. Trey Sermon was one. I would love to get another Trey Sermon.
Wasn't Tawee Walker was kind of similar?
No, not near as tall.
I think so.
Trey Sermon was great.
There it is. Eric, I'm with you. If you're going pro, and here's the thing. That's why I brought it up. Maybe Woody hasn't decided yet. If you're going pro, I don't see any reason, unless you're in a big-time bowl, I don't see the benefit for the player to play.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, I'm with you on a lot of that. People are thinking Stutzman's rethinking it. Is that only because he hasn't come out and said it? I mean,
well, do you think it's weird he hasn't come out and announced?
It's a little bit strange, but he's a little bit strange.
Hunter, we
know Arizona's good.
It's the Alamo Bowl, though, dude.
Hunter,
not one NFL. I don't think any NFL player draft person's going to look at this game and say, "Whoa, Woody Washington is just going to jump 10 spots after playing in that bowl game."
I do think Eddie EPL makes his decision this week, and I think he's a Sooner. That's what I think. Hey,
right now, mark it down December 10th. I think Dominic McKinley's an OU guy. I think he's going to end up at OU.
What is leading you to that, Jay?
There's too much stuff out there about it. A&M's a dumpster fire right now. Okay? They are. I
agree on that.
the lead recruiter, the main reason they wanted him to go there, is gone.
Agreed.
Where was his next best relationship?
But
Oklahoma.
There's other guys who haven't hit the portal yet from them. Hey, no one ever said Stutzman was mature, Jet. I think if Stutzman's predicted to be a 3rd or 4th round pick, he should absolutely come back. And
Dalpo's asking what OU ceiling is next season. I say 10-2 would be the ceiling.
Bo Nix should absolutely sit out versus Liberty.
He's not, but he should.
He's not. He's absolutely not, Jay.
Listen, you know me, Jeremy, and you know I'm all against the opting out. I've been that way my whole life. I hate it. I can't stand it. But I just don't get the reason why some of these players would play in a bowl game with all the money on the line. To me, it's just you're risking a lot, man.
Jay, I agree with you on that. And the only reason the Alamo Bowl means anything is for Jackson Arnold in the future. That's it. Otherwise,
no, it's
don't
not
play
just for Jackson Arnold.
Jackson Arnold and the future, the other guys that are playing, Jay.
The other players, yeah, the young.
Yes, that's what I mean, the young guys. Thanks, Tanya. Man, you're every night, Tanya, so faithful. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Tanya, so much.
Jay, but there's other guys that I mean, that's the only reason Sooner fans, no Sooner fans saying, I can't wait for the OU Arizona game, see if we can get to 11 wins. Said no one ever. No one says that. No one says that.
Says what?
GM is a Sooner. Mark this day. It's in orange. Eric, thank you so much for the super. We're going to mark this. Don McKinley is a Sooner. Mark this day, according to Eric.
Mark this day. That's right, Eric.
Hey, listen,
I
Eric,
agree with you, Eric.
Eric, if you are right, Eric, if you are right, we're going to put this sticker on that live on that night and give you all the credit in the world. Look, I think there's a possibility, but I know that's pretty that's a bold take there. I like it though. I like it. Even stuck it in orange on there. I like that. Thank you so much, Eric.
Hey,
appreciate you.
Speaking of this day, I got my first trivia question.
Oh, let's hear it. Look at the standings.
Look at the standings there. First trivia of the night, guys. On this day, December 10th, something big, major happened in college football in 2012. What was it? 2012, December 10th. Something happened in college football on this day. It's a big thing in college football. And I need to know why it was a big thing, too.
Jay.
Yeah.
You said 2012?
Yeah. No, Coconut Greg. No. I mean, no, Venables. Not what I'm looking for, guys. Not the answer I'm looking for. Nope.
Got it, Jay? Hey,
not
Jay,
it yet.
What's Don McKinley's size officially?
I do not see the answer yet in the chat.
Hunter, can you drop in when you get a second his official size, Don McKinley?
People are now Googling it up. They're going to Google the date. Nope.
Let me ask you.
Jeremy, do you know the answer?
No, is it the onside kick?
No. They did not play on December 10th, dude.
No, it wasn't December 10th. That's right.
There it is. Coconut Greg. Johnny Manziel won the Heisman.
6'5", 280.
Johnny Manziel won the Heisman. He became the first freshman to win the Heisman Trophy.
There it is. Johnny.
Good job, Coconut Greg.
Hey,
good job,
Jay,
Coconut Greg. And
Jay,
what a career that was wasted.
Jay, Don McKinley or David Stone?
Hey, it was important because it was the first freshman ever win the Heisman. Come on.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Don McKinley or David Stone?
What about that? What are you asking me?
Who do you like better?
You're just saying two names. Don McKinley or David Stone, Jay?
Jay, okay. Do you think one of those would start next year? I guess what I'm asking.
I'm not a coach for Oklahoma. I couldn't tell you, but
here we go. You're getting fired up now, Jay.
Well, you're kind of being weird. I don't understand what you're asking. If you're asking my opinion,
I'll tell you what I'm about to say. I want Don McKinley bad. I want him bad. I like Stone. But I think OU needs a veteran guy at the D-line too.
they got a couple there.
Like a McClellan, someone. I think
McClellan hasn't even played that much, Jeremy.
He's a young year.
You say you want a vet? He's not a veteran.
How many years? He's played 2 years.
Okay, you're wanting like a 2-year player. I thought you wanted like a 4-year senior or something. I mean,
you're not getting a 4-year stud defensive line senior, Jay.
Well, they're not getting any defensive line right out of the portal.
Dezjhon Terry, I think, is coming back. I think Dezjhn Terry's coming back. I love them both side by side.
He hasn't announced yet.
I mean, if you could get Don McKinley, David Stone, you got Jaden Jackson. I mean, the line is set for years, guys. Nigel Smith. People aren't even talking about some of the other guys, Jay.
Who's the most important guy? I'm going to say this. The most important guy in the portal right now that OU has to get, and who's the most important recruit that you'd like to see OU get right now?
Golly. I mean, I can't say it because he's not in the portal, but you know my answer on this already.
Golly, David Hicks.
Yes.
He's not in the portal. I
said I'll change it. Grayson Halton is ready. Grayson Halton needs to play way more right now. Come on. I want to see him in the bowl game all game long. And PJ Adebawore, too. Rondell Bothroyd. Has Bothroyd announced, Jay?
Hey, did Brent Venables, did he call you today and ask you to get your opinion on who should start next year?
No, he never does. Jay.
Okay.
Rondell Bothroyd or PJ Adebawore, who should play more in this bowl game?
PJ Adebawore.
I don't care if Bothroyd plays a single down. Sit him on the side. This is about next year.
So no player should play unless they're younger. Is that what you're saying?
Jay?
Jerem?
PJ Adebawore is already ready.
Apparently they don't think so. I agree with you, Jeremy, but I don't know why they hasn't played.
They do think so. BB said, we got to get this guy in the game more, and then they don't.
So whose fault is that?
It's the coaches.
Okay.
Process them before the bowl game. I agree.
Why haven't we? Bothroyd's done. He has to go NFL.
Ford's coming back, guys, with the Ford tough coming back.
You think he's coming back?
He would be awesome as a backup. I would agree.
Do you think he's coming back?
Yes. Where else is he going, Jay?
I don't know. I don't know. Jeremy, I don't know.
He's going to come back.
Favorite quarterback of all time at Oklahoma? I mean, it'd be hard not to say Baker Mayfield, in my opinion, but yeah, that's just me.
Hey, Jay, I'm going to go back to your question.
Okay.
A must. I mean, if I'm saying best portal guy that OU needs to get right now, it's the Princely guy. If you're going to go by stats, it's him.
I don't disagree. I mean,
7 sacks?
Yeah, in the SEC.
In the SEC?
Yeah. Yeah. Nolan Mark says.
Rick. I appreciate Rick. I know you were on earlier, said go Ducks too. Rick, good luck to Dylan Gabriel. I appreciate what he did as well. Well, big thanks, big kudos to him. Maybe he can go win a championship there.
Yeah.
Walter Nolan's wishful thinking, guys.
I think Walter Nolan's going to be a Duck, Rich. He wouldn't
maybe, Jay.
I can see Dan landing him.
Very much so. Jay, Kenai Walker and Makari Vickers are
no
Gentry? What?
No Gentry?
Kay, are you talking about next year or the bowl game?
Maybe he start talking bowl game. Next year,
Williams will start the bowl game.
I would think Gentry Williams is going to be your starter.
And if Woody Washington is still here, he's starting.
Hey, we've had a couple of guys ask this about DG. I've heard rumors 1.5 million.
I've heard 1.8 as well.
You've heard 1.8?
Not a reliable source, but I saw something like that.
I would think 1.5 to 2, somewhere in that range probably is what he's getting. If I had to guess.
Fred, I'm going to say this, Fred. I'm mixed on that. And here's what I mean. I think Brian Bosworth could do it, and I think he would do a great job. He's a very good relational guy, and I think the players would eat it up. What I'm saying I'm against is I don't think all former players should be trying to give part-time help. Brian Bosworth, I could get behind. But some of these programs, they let everyone. I heard the same thing, Eric. And Eric, thanks again for being a Sooner Surge Unlimited member. Appreciate you, Eric, and the super you shouted out earlier.
Hey,
I think they have to pick a. Actually, I can't say that now, Jay.
why?
I was going to say I think they have to get a portal quarterback, but they absolutely don't if Michael Hawkins is what they say he is.
Mark's right. Biggest bust, Lincoln Riley. Speaking of Lincoln Riley, what about what he did today?
That's huge.
I can't believe they got that guy. I mean, that team's still in the playoff, I think, to win a natty in Division II, and they went and got him. And here's the thing, Hunter, maybe you can look this up because I tried to find it. He's going to be coaching linebackers. Where is Brian Odom going?
DC.
What? They hired a DC.
I was kidding. They got the UCLA guy.
They got the UCLA guy. So where does that put Brian Odom at? And I think Hunter answered, he's probably gone, right?
If he is, I'd welcome him. I would welcome him right now.
Do you think they hired this North Dakota State guy to take over for Lincoln when he leaves? Is this a coach in waiting deal?
Maybe, Jay. Absolutely could be. I would get on board with Brian Odom to OU.
Yeah, I don't see a spot for him there right now. If they got this guy coaching linebackers.
The roof's leaking, Jay. The roof is leaking.
And it said his title is assistant coach, but I also saw somewhere where he's going to be coaching linebackers. So that's why I'm asking.
Infidel, you did say that a few weeks ago. And, hey, if the roof is leaking, sometimes you got to need new roof.
Hunter, that's why I said what I did. He's moving from North Dakota State to L.A. Cost of living's outrageous, dude. What's the reasoning for that? Unless coach in waiting.
That's got to be what it is, Jay. Got to be, Jay. Hey.
It's just something I'm throwing out there.
Let's play a little portal game, guys. Future
here we go.
Viewers. You want one, Jay? I've been trying to rack my brain. I've been trying to rack my brain around it, Jay, and I just can't get the third M, but we'll try it.
Can't get the what up?
Third M. So we'll say names out of the portal, and you got to say must. It's a must, a maybe, or a I can't think of the third M.
Well, then why are you asking it?
I don't know, Jay. I was just gonna
just do must or maybe, or a miss. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the first one, Jay. Let's just start with the one everyone. McClellan.
Must.
Okay.
And I say that because he's from the area.
He's in the backyard. You cannot not get him. Sooner fan says must. Mark says maybe. McClellan must from Jay Jones.
All right, what's the next one?
Here's the next one. The tight end from Notre Dame.
Must. Now, but here's the thing. I'm saying must, but I also don't know. Are they going to go after the A&M tight end Johnson?
I like the Notre Dame tight end better.
I had heard some rumors, and I don't know if this is true, so don't come at me. I don't know if it's true, but I had heard some rumors that Conyers, they didn't like his blocking abilities, and Seth Luttrell wants a guy that can a dog that can block. And
Fanu should be good then.
Yeah, but I think they want somebody that can do both, catch and do it all.
Okay.
All right.
Pride.
Pride's gone. He's committed to Missouri.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. You didn't know.
I was testing your knowledge.
You did that last night. You brought up Pride last night.
I'm testing your knowledge, Jay. Testing your knowledge, dude.
You brought up the game. Rocket, maybe. Because I don't think they have to get a running back on the board.
I absolutely agree. It's a maybe for any running back.
While you're at it, say Farouk again. You should do that every night too.
It's a maybe.
Are you going to be asking about this Pride guy next week? The guy's at Missouri, Jeremy.
Hey, Sooner fan says must on Pride. I mean, on a must on.
I would love to get Rocket.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Let's just go over the tight end. Here comes the tight end room, Jay. You got this guy, first guy, Devon Mitchell next year. He's going to be 17 years old. The dude already has the body,
but he's gone.
What?
He's not going to be 17, but he's young.
Yeah, I was being facetious, but he's got the size to play immediately. Will he? That's a question. Faneuil is a guy that is there. There's been talk maybe. I don't even
Is
think
he even on scholarship?
He's not even on scholarship. You got Caden Helms
coming off a big injury.
Big injury. You got McIntyre. That's it, right?
And I think McIntyre could move to H-back.
I don't think he's big enough. I know you like him there.
Dude, he could be a good H-back.
So that's the tight end room right now. Now, Jay, I don't know if you saw the highlights of the kid from Washington, Nate Roberts. He's
2025 though, Jeremy. We're talking about next year, bud.
But we're talking about tight end.
But we're talking about
Johnny. Appreciate you saying that. Thank you. And Fred, if you can get a Trey Millar.
Here's the big question tonight, though. Is this a must or maybe? And what would you think? Pride. Like, what do you think about him? Must or maybe? Pride from Clemson. What do you think?
He's gone, Jay.
Yeah, duh. God.
Jimmy agrees with you, Jay.
He would be an unbelievable H-back. Yeah. I think he's
better
a good
than Canick.
Personally.
Better than Canick.
Jeremy, I don't know. Your love and infatuation for moving guys to different positions is crazy to me.
No, it's just called my head.
So you are smarter than Brent Venables now.
Never said that, Jay.
Yeah, you are. That's what you're saying.
I agree, Brian. One of the worst tight end rooms in the Power 5.
Dude, if you were a coach, you'd be moving guys every practice to a different position.
No, I wouldn't, Jay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be
This
shocked.
isn't a stretch. Canick played quarterback in high school. This isn't like some kind of rocket science here, Jay. I'm not talking about a guy who's never played offense. If you're not going to play him on defense, you've got to move him.
They played him on defense.
Second half of the year, they pretty much said,
No, they didn't. He backed up. And
I got some other news for you, Jay. He's also in the wrong position on defense. He needs to be playing cheetah.
And who else are you going to move? You're going to move McCullough to the defensive end, aren't you?
I absolutely would. McCullough could be the next Thibodeau. You heard it here. I say it every night.
You say it every night, just like you say Pride's going to come to OU, and he's already committed to Missouri 3 days ago.
Hey, Jay.
What about Farouk? Is Farouk transferring?
Jay.
As you say, Farouk.
Do you remember a guy named Andre Woolfolk?
His name's Farouk, by the way.
You remember a guy named Andre Woolfolk?
I do.
They moved him, and he ended up being an NFL guy.
I remember that.
Guys can be moved.
But they left Kinnick there for 2 years now, Jeremy. I don't think that's over. They're not moving him.
2 years.
Hey, somebody asked about Hampton Fay. Hampton Fay is still there too. We didn't mention Hampton Fay. Unless something's happened, I believe Hampton Fay is still there.
Jimmy, a great DN. Thibodeau. Put about 20 pounds on that guy. He's Micah Parsons.
If they do that, but thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. Hey, get your popcorn ready, bro. Hey, is it microwavable? Do you have an actual popcorn maker?
Guess what I did tonight? Hey, Hunter was at my house earlier for the Eagles-Cowboys game because he's an Eagle fan and had to leave because it was just too bad to watch. But we bought us a new popcorn maker, dude. It's sweet. Hey, Jay, I'm not saying, look, OU doesn't need to sit there and just upheave the roster. Yeah, stovetop popcorn's the best. But
Hunter, what question are you talking about here?
What?
Is Bookie transferring? I don't know what question. Hang on.
Bookie?
Agree who will be the center. Okay, LK's asking about the center. Who's going to be the center? Are you talking about for the bowl game or next year? Bowl game, it's going to be Troy Everett, in my opinion.
No, I already said this.
It is going to be Troy Everett, Jeremy.
I don't care what you think, Jay. I'm saying Josh Bates.
You can say that.
I think Josh Bates is the guy. I'll say this. If Josh Bates doesn't play in the bowl game, fine. Okay, whatever. Josh Bates has to be the guy next year. Everett's not big enough.
You don't think they're going to go get a guy out of the portal?
Well, they might, but I think Josh Bates can be the guy.
He's asking for 2024.
I think Josh Bates can be the guy next year. If you go into the SEC with Everett at center, you're done.
No, Everett cannot be the guy next year. I agree with that.
You're done.
But you're going to throw a freshman in there next year in the SEC?
Well, I'm hoping he plays in the bowl game. What is
He's
Josh
still
Bates'
a freshman.
Style? What?
One game makes him not a freshman?
I would love to see him in this bowl game, Jay.
What does that have to do with next year, though, Jeremy?
Hunter, drop Josh Bates' size and his 247.
I'll go an hour. I'll go all night, Jay. Right now, I'll go all night. Jeremy,
all-nighter. I got school tomorrow, Jay. I got to teach.
Oh, I don't care.
Hey, I don't care either. I'll do it.
Hunter, you're saying he should start next year. I agree. Jimmy, I'm with you. How can you expect a freshman
I disagree,
center?
Jay.
Jeremy, if he's that good, why didn't he play this year?
Wasn't he injured early on?
I don't care. He's a freshman.
He didn't play this year because a guy named Andrew Raym.
I know Andrew Raym.
Andrew Raym's going pro early.
Jeremy, I just don't know how you of all people.
Did you just ask why he didn't play this year?
How can you of all people sit there and think that OU should go to the SEC with a freshman center?
What do you mean? They're going to freshman quarterback. They're going with the freshman quarterback.
Little different.
If anything, it's worse. You lost this 6'3", 315, 4-star starting center for the University of Oklahoma, 2024, Joshua Bates. Okay, anything else, Jay?
Maybe you're right, but I think what you're going to see in the SEC on the other side of the center, different animal, bro.
I agree, LK.
Different animal.
The center is vital. But Jay, I'm gonna bring something up with you, Jay. And the viewers know it because they watch this faithfully because they're amazing viewers. They're all amazing. Appreciate you all. But Jay, you're the one that says, I'm sick of the loyalty. We got to play guys who are better. Well, Josh Bates is that guy.
He's better than Troy Everett. Yes. I agree.
He's the starting center. Unless they're going to bring like some elite stud, then no.
He's starting center. If that's what they got in the room next year, yes, 100%. And I think Josh Bates is going to be a really good player. I'm just saying, do you really think being a freshman in the SEC is great? And Caden Green's on a different level, though. That guy's a different level.
Mark, you are. I agree, Mark. Hey, Caden Green for sure shored up the line.
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
He's arguably the best one there. And he's a freshman. And Jay, he's a freshman. Jay, he's a freshman.
Y'all are acting like I don't like Josh Bates and that you don't think he won't be any good. That's not what I'm saying. There were people questioning whether Caden Green should play this year as a true freshman.
I mean, yes. Chief T-Bird. Chief T-Bird, thanks so much for the super. Is there any chance BB will hire Kel Gundy back? Dude lives and breathes OU, makes a difference in recruiting. Listen, Chief T-Bird, everyone on this program, I can speak for everyone at Sooner Surge. We would love to have Kel Gundy back.
Speaking for me?
Yeah, I am speaking for you because I know your thoughts on this. I agree with Dax. There's zero chance.
Zero chance. Not happening.
Listen, I think everyone should get a second chance. I just don't think they're going to.
I think Gundy is happy with what he's doing. I think he likes what he's doing.
I mean, what Sooner fan says isn't wrong. And Jay, I think BV, you put a true serum in him, he would love to have Kel Gundy back. They just can't. He ain't coming back.
No, he's not coming back.
He's not like Dion. He can't say, I'm coming.
Jaden McCollum is a certified bucket.
Certified bucket. Dude can break anyone's ankles.
There's a lot of people saying he's too small to make it in the NBA. That's bull. He's
absolutely going to be in the NBA.
Did y'all watch that pod?
Gundy Gunder, Jay.
No.
Backup quarterback.
He entered the portal, and no, I don't want him. Hey.
That is correct. You're correct, Sooner fan.
But he's not coming back. I don't think he really wants to go back.
It was more of one that was resigned so he wouldn't get fired, I think. But I'm not speaking on that.
What do you think about Sexton, Jeremy?
I'll say this about Sexton. I'll say this about Sexton. Who was the comment by? It was from Blake. Sexton was great early. He wasn't as good late, but I still am really impressed with Sexton and what he's done.
He'll be better next year. I don't think he's in the right spot either. Wasn't he originally going to be on the left side? I thought he was more of a left side.
You want to move guys around now, Jay?
Jeremy, stop. That's not even the same. Offensive lineman.
I'm just kidding you, Jay.
From a linebacker to an H-back.
I think Gundy could go to TU.
No, he's not. Why would he go?
I don't think he would play there, though.
He's not going to play there behind Kirk Franklin.
He may go to like a LSU, like a not LSU, but a Louisiana Tech, La Tech, or something like that.
Possibly. Who knows? And I think he will be too. I think he'll be great.
Oh, wow, Mark.
Sexy. Big sexy. Way to call him out, Mark. Goodness.
Jay, you don't even understand the quote.
Yes, I do.
I don't think you understand the quote.
Oh, wow.
He's not calling me out.
Jeremy. Wow.
You didn't get it, Jay.
Yes, I did, dude.
Bro. Over your head.
Dude, you're a moron. If you don't think I got that, you're a moron. Okay?
Okay.
Golly. Langston. Why was he even at OSU? I mean, other than his dad.
They played him early on.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. They didn't play Ollie Gordon either early on. So.
Jay, if we're going long, I got to get a phone charger.
Why does Jeremy keep turning his camera off?
Get the phone charger.
Hey, what do you guys think about Drake Stoops one day becoming a receiver? I think Drake Stoops would be a great coach one of these days. Now, whether it happens, I don't know. But I think he'd be a great coach. Where is that? Langston. Langston's in, let's see. There's a Langston in Tulsa in there, I thought. But, Jeremy, are you not wearing pants?
What?
Are you not wearing pants?
I'm getting a phone charger, dude.
They're all saying you're getting undressed. Why do you have to turn your camera off to get a phone charger? That's weird.
Well, I was trying to be professional there, guys.
Yeah. Let who have a successful NFL career? Oh, Drake Stoops. I think they're talking about Drake Stoops.
Yeah, Drake Stoops. I can't wait to see him in the pros.
Should I go second? Trivia question?
Hey, let's go back to your comment. Jay, should Drake Stoops play in the bowl game?
Here's what I'll say.
Earlier you said there's no point. So
here's what I'll say about that. I think it is different for guys that are really, really going to be on the fringe. I am not busted.
Logic. God. Hey, no, Jay, it's because it fits what I said. Same with Woody Washington. They're leaders. They want to finish it out.
That has nothing to do with it. Being a leader has nothing to do with it.
Eric says Drake shouldn't play.
I mean, he's risking making the NFL if he plays.
That is true. You're not wrong there.
So, I mean, I guess I would say no.
Yeah, Isaac no longer coaches. Isaac Stoops.
Well, I'll say one thing, and don't come at me for this, guys, but Drake may play, but he's not going to have many catches. And here's why. Dylan Gabriel's not throwing the ball. I don't know what to say about that, except Dylan loved to throw the ball to Drake Stoops. I don't know if Jackson Arnold's going to throw it to him that many times.
Because Drake was always open, Jay?
I think Drake's open, but I think other guys are open too, Jeremy.
I do think what we're going to see in the bowl game from Jackson Arnold is head on a swivel. Guy's going to be scanning the whole field. It's going to be something we haven't seen all year.
Look at that, Jeremy.
It's going to be this.
Look at that comment, Jeremy, coming at you.
What?
You're like the CNN dude that got busted doing shenanigans on the air. Hey,
wow,
how did you ever survive with freshmen before the portal?
What
are you asking, Kim? I don't understand the question, Kim.
I think coming at you, Jay, because you said you don't want to play freshmen.
Jeremy, okay, you guys on this whole Joshua Bates thing is ridiculous. I don't
look
know
at this, Anderson. Aaron says Anderson 13 catches. Jay, you know what I've called Anderson before? Greek God. I don't know how they don't throw to him more often.
Hey, I'll ask right now when everybody drop it in the chat. How are you comfortable with Joshua Bates being the starting center next year? going to the SEC? Or would you rather have a more experienced guy?
I agree, Fox. Let the young guys
Hunter,
play.
I know you're going to say yes. You already did that. Jet says yes. Bates will be ready. Hunter, you've already answered the question.
Hunter keeps throwing it in there.
One answer, Hunter.
Jimmy says no. There you got one, Jay.
No, Chief
T-Bird says no.
Thank you. Hunter, you've already answered it 3 times. Good gosh.
Now, someone said comfortable if Bill Beatenbow is comfortable.
Okay, and I do love Josh Bates. When he was recruited, I think he's going to be great. But
hey, what about Heath Ozzie? You think he plays in the bowl game?
I think Heath Ozzie could play. Get his name right.
Plays in the bowl game?
Ozziata. We had him on the show, and you call him Ozziata now.
Yeah, I don't pronounce it right.
That's right. Let the coaches decide, Eric. You're right. Now, Jeremy, he may want to decide for the coaches, but
hey, I will say this. Yeah, Jay, do you know a name out of the portal?
And I don't. But either way, if Joshua Bates is your guy next year, do you still need to get a guy out of the portal? Because your backup would be Troy Everett.
Infidel. Hey, Infidel. I tell you who got a great portal guy was OU last year. Kendall Dolby was unreal out of the JUCO ranks. Kendall Dolby was better than I thought he would be.
Why I wonder why teams don't go JUCO very much anymore.
I agree, Jay. That's what I'm saying.
Some good players in JUCO.
Aaron, that's what I'm saying. Kendall Dolby was way more impressive than I thought, and he was JUCO. Wasn't Perrion Winfrey JUCO?
Yeah.
Perrion Winfrey's another one, guys.
There's a lot of players in JUCO that could be really good, and I think people pass them up.
I tell you, for size-wise, Kendall Dolby's.
And Mark, you're right on that. You're right.
Mark's right on what?
Yeah, they're grade risk.
Well, there are grade risks, but 2 years in, at that point, they've kind of figured it out.
And here's why I love Kendall Dolby. Kendall Dolby may make a bad play, but he's going 180 miles an hour. And that's
Ramondre's another one, Jay. Ramondre Stevenson.
You can't – when guys go full out like that, 180 mile an hour, like their hair on fire and they make a mistake, I can live with it. I can.
He is tough. Dolby's tough. Look, there's something to be said about JUCO guys, and I'm not saying anything. This is not – there's great issues. We get that. But what they have been through, I'm not going to pick a percentage, but a lot of times they're just tougher.
Yeah.
Part of it's the adversity that they go through.
Oh, yeah. Hey, let me answer Kim's here. What are the percentages that go to new system and excel? I do think it's tough unless you have a previous relationship with the OC, and even Dylan did, and the first year they kind of struggled. They put in a whole new offense. But look at guys like Sam Hartman. Sam Hartman went from Wake Forest to Notre Dame. He didn't do that great.
Jay, remember this guy?
Caleb Williams transferred. He didn't do that great.
Agreed. Remember this guy? It's actually like Chijoki. He was supposed to be a stud, never panned out.
Yeah, and you're right. I agree with this, Mark. I don't think you can win a natty with a bunch of JUCO guys, but you can get one or two. You can get one or two. Harrington was a JUCO, was he not?
JUCO guys are fighters, as Eric says.
Justin Harrington was a JUCO. When are we going to hear on Harrington?
What do you mean? Hear what? Dante Nicholson was another good one. Hey, hear what?
Lance Mitchell, Torrance Marshall. I mean,
Jay, what do you want to hear?
Is he getting the extra year?
We'll know 2 days before game time. Maybe after the first 3 games. It's the
Cowboys to the Super Bowl.
Unless your name is Bill Self or John Calipari or Rick Pitino or
Brad Underwood.
Or other guys, you're not going to hear very quickly.
Damian Williams is another one. You're right.
Damian, there's been so many good ones.
I almost feel like right now it would be easier to get JUCO guys because I don't think a lot of schools go after them.
I agree. Look, I'm a teacher. Coconut Greg, I'm also a teacher, but it's utterly ridiculous. I think the fact that you can play with a D in high school is ridiculous. It should be C or above. I'm done with – it's called student athlete for a reason. D should not be able to play. Sorry.
You're sitting there saying you have to have a C to play football?
I think it should be C or better.
Jeremy.
In the high school ranks. I'm sorry. Jay, you're not a teacher. I can say that.
That's. I mean, I have a couple. I know some kids that they're doing pretty good in class, but their teachers don't put the grades in.
Well, I'm
And
not
so,
saying that's right.
well, like they have a D because they haven't put the test grade in. Is he going to be ineligible?
No, I do not teach music. I actually teach English.
And that's not
Thank
true,
you,
Hunter.
Hunter. Thank you, Hunter.
I don't think that's true, Hunter. Come
I
on.
do. I know it's true. I'm a teacher, Jay.
So you can get a C just for showing up.
Showing up and turning in assignments, you'll pass every class.
How? If you flunk the test.
If you show up in class every day and do the assignments, you won't. Yeah, I'm sorry, Blake. I'm an English teacher. That's what everyone always says. Anyway, I don't know why we're talking academia now, Jay.
Do I need to ask the second trivia for the night?
Oh, yeah, you have to ask it. Let's go. We're about done here.
Second trivia. Tolly Walker, not this year, last year wore number 29. What other player wore 29 last year for Oklahoma?
Oh, last year I was going to throw out Will Peoples.
Last year.
Remember Will Peoples, Jay? Chris Brown, Will Peoples.
It would have been on the defensive side of the ball. Who wore 29 last year? Not Will Peoples.
No, Boy, I said that, Aaron. Hour. I said I teach high school English, 11th and 12th. Yeah, I was thinking Chris Brown.
Last year, guys.
Last year. Who's in the lead right now, Jay? We're about to see it on the ticker. We're about to see it on the ticker. Alan Patrick was 23, and he didn't play last year.
He's got one of those names as first name and last name. They're both
Sooner fan is in the lead by 2.5 points.
He can widen that margin.
Widen that margin right now.
Get on Google. Look it up on Google. Come on now. Jeremy, do you know it?
Weird name.
Jeremy, do you know it? Here's the question again. Who wore number 29 last year along with Tolly Walker? 2022.
What's up, Damian Boomer Sooner? My Google's broke, he says. Jay, weird name, wasn't it?
No. All you have to do is go on the roster and look 2022, guys. Not Jaden Rowe.
I love Jaden Rowe, though. I think he could be
Jaden Rowe was 27.
There it is.
There it is. Jordan Mukes. Dax got it. Jordan Mukes.
There it is.
Dalpoza said he got it. Dalpoz.
I teach high school and coach cross country and track in Sapulpa, Oklahoma.
Cowboys to the Super Bowl.
I'm in for that, Jay. You said Dak sucks, but
no, I mean he still isn't. I mean he's beaten one good team. We'll see what happens.
Dak's been great this year. He
may win the MVP.
He's probably the MVP. Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Jay, let's do what we always do here. OU getting a guy in the portal tomorrow?
I'll say yes.
Aaron, the stud receiver you're talking about is Kylan Edwards.
Where's he going? Where's he going to go?
I think he committed to Emporia State where the quarterback went. But
do you have any football players in your class?
Yes.
How do they do in school?
What do you mean? It depends on who the student is, Jay. It's a weird question. Jay, are they getting a guy out of the portal tomorrow?
I said yes.
Are they losing a guy to the portal?
No.
I say they're both. I say they're losing a guy. I think Hester's gone, and I think McClellan's a Sooner tomorrow. I'm going to keep saying it.
Yeah, he gives them A's. That's right, Mark. I will say this. The fact that this Burks guy is coming to visit Oklahoma has got me a little bit leery on that.
Leery on what?
Are they going to have a wide receiver in the portal? Why are they taking I mean, I know the guy's a stud, but who are you losing, right?
I already just said who they're probably losing.
But here's the thing. I don't know. I mean, he's going to visit Texas too. Texas and OU.
And if he were to go to OU, let's say Hester were to leave, he goes to OU. That could affect Farouk and some others.
Why?
Well, they may not think they can beat the guy out, Jay.
possibly.
Jay,
I think
go look. The guy's elite. That guy's really good.
I'm going to go out on a limb here.
All right, Jay, let's hear it.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say by this time next week, Don McKinley is committed to Oklahoma.
You're copying off Eric.
No, I said it earlier. I had a good feeling.
But if he does, now that is a good point by Chief T-Bird. That Hester's a Clinton, Oklahoma kid.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why he can't get on the field. He's got pretty good size, but been hurt some. Jay. Oh, Sooner Surge says he's the guy from Booker T. I didn't think he was from Booker T. I thought that was a different Hester.
Yeah, BB said 37. That's why I think they're going to get about 7 to 10 portal guys probably.
Yeah, hey, Eric, just remember, we're going to put this on the screen when McKinley's a Sooner because you marked the day. Eric, thanks so much for this super. Thank you, Tanya, again for the super. And thank you, Chief T-Bird, for the super.
Appreciate
Thank you all for hanging with us for an hour tonight. Appreciate that. You kind of tempted us, goaded us a little into going an hour.
Big week ahead.
What?
Big week ahead, and you got recruiting.
Guys, practices. Hey, practices this week. We're going to see Jackson Arnold throwing the ball around. That'll be exciting. And again, kudos to Hunter. Kudos to Hunter for running the chat and putting all your comments up here. We could not do it without him, and we give him credit. And we can't do it without you guys. We give you guys all the credit as well. Can't wait for tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Till next time, Boomer.
Sooner.